Welcome to Tough Love with Vinny Two Shoes podcast. This is Vinny. So today we're going to talk about a few things when it comes to young men who have just made a little bit of money. When I say a little bit of money, I mean $1 million, $2 million, up to maybe $5 or $10 million. Not all the money in the world, but something to get you started. And I want to start off by saying I'm a two-time millionaire, all right? I've done it twice. Most people can't even do it fucking once. 99% of the population can't do it once. You can't just be like Vinny. You know, I have a certain aura. I have a certain way about myself. I project certain demand for respect, right? Not all of you have that, but that's okay. Now, what I want to talk to you about is when you first make that $1-2 million, first mill or two, and I'm speaking specifically to the peasantry, which is what I used to belong to. Now, the problem with being a peasant who just made $1 million is the fact that everybody around you is still a fucking peasant. Okay? Your friends are peasants. Your family is a bunch of peasants. Everybody is a peasant out there looking for a little handout from you, as if everything just fell from the sky. And don't get me wrong, as long as you're providing and you're paying for the tabs and, you know, you're helping out your family, your friends, whatever, everything's fine. But now as soon as you hit that rough patch, things get a little different. Everybody starts to second guess you, right? As if they were able to do it, right? They can't do it. I've done it twice because I'm Vinny Two Shoes. They couldn't do it. But yet they all still have an opinion, right? Some stupid fucking opinion as if I want to fucking hear it, right? You should have done this. You should have done that. Bitch, did it stop you from taking my money when I was up on top now, was it? You dumb cunt. So, be very careful with who you help, because unless you have $100 million, look, everybody's going to hit a rough patch, whether you're a billionaire, whatever it is. But if you are below $100 million, it's much harder to recover. It takes years. You need luck again, right? God always shines upon me. God loves me. I'm one of his fucking favorites, if not his favorite. So I'll always get lucky. I'm always going to get lucky, right? But you're going to need luck again, just like you had your first time. That's not guaranteed. Okay? So you need to be very careful. And I know it's going to feel good to help your friends you grew up with in your peasant little class, your family in your peasant little class, right? It feels good. And as long as the going's good, it's good. But when you hit that rough patch, like I said, things change, right? Now all of a sudden you need to waste more time than you would have when you are a millionaire talking to women, right? Now all of a sudden you gotta waste your time for some stupid, disgusting 7 instead of the 10s you used to get or 9s you used to get, like this. So that takes a lot of your fucking time, right? Now you gotta go back to the bitches that don't cook, they don't clean, they don't do this shit. It's only for a temporary amount of time, but it's going, because you will get up if you have that mindset. If you know you will come up again, just like Vinny Two Shoes, right? But that doesn't change the fact that in the meantime, you're wasting a lot of time with women that aren't even on your level. hearing shit from your friends and family of how you should have done this and you should have done that, and Monday morning fucking quarterbacking. Dumb cunts. Monday morning quarterbacking as if they have four fucking linemen, 400-pound linemen rushing at me, right? And I have to make a split-second decision, but now everybody else has a little replay button. Wants to give Vinny Two Shoes advice, men like us advice. And then guess what? Once you do get back on top, all of a sudden everyone's hunky-dory again. One of the things you should never do is chase women, right? Women go where there's the most food, right? I mean, a loyal woman, you can find them. You can find them, but you need to be like me. You need to be at a certain class. You need to be at a certain level, right? But while you're coming up, or while you have a mill or two, I mean, loyal woman is as real as the tooth fairy. Are you a fucking child? Do you believe in the tooth fairy? Fucking retard. So don't chase women. Women will go where the most food is. So what you need to do is perfect yourself. Be the best you can be. Make the most money you can possibly make, and don't take any fucking prisoners while you do it. You don't apologize to anybody. Don't help anybody. Not at least not in the beginning, unless it's your kids or your parents, right? And make sure if you do help your parents that they're alone in the house and there's no other siblings or cousins running around or whatever the fuck, right? Because you will regret it. Because the main problem with being a peasant and becoming rich, like I said, is because you're surrounded by other peasants, correct? But the greater problem lies that, see, when the elite of the world, the top 1%'s top 1%, right? When they help each other, they know for a fact that the other person will be able to help them back when needed. Now you can't expect something like that in the peasantry, because if I'm speaking to you men who are at least trying to be like me, as difficult as it is, I understand, you should have that mindset, which means you're probably going to be better either now or in the future than your peasant friends, than your peasant family, okay? Now, it's one thing when your peasant friends or your peasant family, certain members of those groups, are actively engaged with you on bettering themselves, on keeping up with you, helping you, doing the work with you. That's different. I'm talking about the people that refuse to change, that just get help from you. You go to the dinner. You go to the dinner and you pay for 10 people that you're probably fucking one or two of the girls, yet you just paid for 6 of them. You fucking all of them? Well, if you're fucking all of them, then you should pay the tab as a man, yeah? But chances are you're not, okay? She brought around 4 of her friends, 5 of her friends, or you're out with your guy friends who aren't really doing anything with their fucking lives, or at least not keeping up with you. Why pay? Why give anybody anything that you're not going to get in return, or you're at least not going to get 100% loyalty from these people? Why? Are you fucking stupid? Are the whores that you fucking took out and paid for going to stick with you in your rough patch? They're going to be out the fucking door gobbling on some other dick. So what you need to do is make sure you keep your money. Get your own separate tab. Unless you're with some bitch that you've already fucked. No simping. You better not be a fucking simp. You better not pay for shit until you fucked her. Did you fuck her? The fuck you paying the tab for then? You stupid fuck. What's wrong with you? Everybody comes about with their opinions and this and that. Ignore it all. Became a millionaire twice. I was a millionaire at 21 years old. I had a rough patch somewhere in between. That's a long story for another day. But I did it twice because I'm Vinny Two Shoes. And I even became more of a millionaire the second time around compared to my first time around. 99% of the population can't even do it once. Make sure you always stay in shape. Make sure you work out. Make sure all you care about, all you think about is money. First your health, going to the gym, whatever. Then your money. Women will always be there. Make sure once you do, you should fuck as many of these whores as you possibly fucking can, right? As much as you fucking can, you fuck different ones, whatever you can. But whenever you decide to take one serious, don't stay away from these Western girls. Stay away from these American girls. I mean, there's some American girls, Midwest, maybe Deep South, something like that. But I mean, other than that, any of these big cities, stay away from them. They're not wifey material, all right? None of them are wife material. They don't fucking cook. They don't fucking clean. They don't even know how to bake a fucking cake in the kitchen, all right? They couldn't bake a cake if their fucking lives depended on it, all right? So why take them in? Why give them power over yourself? Get a prenup. You could do, prenup's very important, sure, but there's better ways to go around it. There's Dubai. If you don't want to go to the Middle East, there's Monaco. Always favors the rich spouse in Monaco. Your wills, your trusts, look into it. Talk to your attorneys, international attorneys. You are not stuck in a Western country just because they tell you you are. Why am I going to get some cunt who's been clubbing since she's fucking 18 and now she's what, 30, 32, 34? She's fucking old in female years. Who the fuck wants a 30-year-old woman if you're a millionaire? Who? A simp. She's been partying since 18 years old. God knows how much dick she's fucking went through. Okay? And now, after all my hard work, not only did I become a millionaire once, but twice, now I'm going to have her as my wife, as my equal. Okay? And that's a different story. Men and women can't be equal. But I'm speaking in their language. I'm going to bring her into my mansion and give her half of my shit. And if I ever divorce her, I'm going to have to spend money on divorce attorneys and maybe even probably pay for his. Now, if I get a good woman overseas, Eastern Europe, Middle East, abide by those laws when it comes to matrimony, I don't have to deal with any of that shit. I could even put my properties in the United States or France, England, wherever, under the same umbrella, under the same trust. Governed by the laws that by a country that makes sense. Not one that just favors the woman. Some whore that can't even cook. She can't even cook a meal. They can't even cook a meal. They get dick rammed up until they're like in their fucking early 30s. And then they want to settle down. And they all want the same thing, the top 1% man like me. In shape, good looking, Rich can provide. Like their fucking shit don't stink. Bitch, I'm special. You're not. Do you know how hard it is to find a man like me in the top 1%? Do you know how easy it is for me to find a beautiful woman? 80% of the men, of the women, are having sex with 20% of the men. Some even say 90% of the women are having sex with 10% of the men, and I'm just being a little conservative. I'm saying 80% of the women are having sex with 20% men. The rest of the men aren't getting laid. They're all going for men like me. So who has the leverage? Who's holding all the cards? Me. I'm holding all the fucking cards. You're holding all the fucking cards if you use your brain and get out of that peasant mentality. Peasant. Get rid of your peasant friends who aren't keeping up with you. And again, I'm not talking about the ones who want to keep up, who are helping you or building with you since high school. I'm not talking about those ones. I'm talking about the peasant friends you have that aren't doing shit, that just keep asking you for shit. Talking about your family, your siblings, your cousins, whatever, who don't want to step up. But then when shit hits the fan for you, loyalty ain't there. Wake the fuck up. Are you trying to say that Vinny Two Shoes can become a millionaire twice, but you can't do it once? You can't keep it? To sum it all up, get your own tab. Wherever you go, I don't care if you made $1 million. You're happy, you want to share. Fuck sharing. Do not fucking share, dumb fuck. No sharing, unless you're fucking the bitch. And don't ever take a woman out to dinner and do all this shit, because you know why? Her resource is her pussy. Your resource is your hard work, the money you made. Dumb fuck. Why are you going to give her everything in the beginning before she gives you her pussy? That's her only resource. She's got nothing else to give. Make sure you get the pussy before you spend the money. When you go out on a first date, I understand. You don't know if she's going to get put out yet. That's fine. You take her out for drinks. So that way, if she doesn't want to open her legs, she doesn't get everything else that you could have possibly given her. She doesn't get to hang out in your mansion. She doesn't get to drive in your fucking cars, or should I say mine. She doesn't get to do any of that shit. And all you did was spend some money on a couple drinks. Who cares? Whereas if you take her out to this restaurant and go all out and buy flowers like a dumb fuck, then she ain't gonna put out because you already gave her all your resources. So why the hell is she gonna give you any of hers? She already got everything. It's like if I transfer my house to you and you don't pay me. Is that smart? Or do you open an escrow account and put your house in there, and then when the money comes in the escrow account, a third party exchanges it all? Same thing with a bitch. Escrow account that bitch. Make sure you get your own tab. Make sure you don't spend money on bitches needlessly. Make sure the only thing you're thinking about is how you look, because people judge you by your looks. People judge you about how in shape you are. I have a fucking six-pack. I'm 35. How the fuck are you in your early 20s and you're fucking fat or chubby? No mercy, no remorse. You get what you're gonna get. Last but not least, and I will repeat this, it is very tempting to help the people you love, but you're not doing them any favors. You're not doing yourself any favors. And make sure when you do decide to settle down, or, I mean, you should never settle completely down, but I mean, I'm saying if you want to have your main bitch, right, or main bitches, make sure they're going to be loyal to you. Make sure that they're going to take care of you. They're gonna be there for you, support you, and in return, stop being a puss bag. Protect her. Make sure she's safe. Make sure she has everything she needs. But this is only after she's proven herself to you. You don't do this shit in the beginning. We don't simp in this podcast. This is tough love with Vinny Two Shoes. Or you could ignore everything I fucking said and either lose your little 1 million, 2 million, or never make it at all. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and also follow me on rumble.com in case we get canceled. Make sure you hit that like button and tune in for the next episode. This is Tough Love with Vinny Two Shoes. And we'll see you next time. Stop being a bitch.